here. Come on. Come on. Let's go. I saw one here. What'd you get, Dino? Huh? Oh. Maybe next week? Tell them what you have. We were going to give, what was that? Well, we were going to give a nice shirt to the best dancer. No idea. That was an autographed shirt by Scott Hartman. No one wanted it then. Maybe next week. Alright, better get started here. Those of you that do not know me, my name is Gringo. There's my past up on the screen. I was in the National Hockey League for about 31 years. School teacher for about 16. Been at this place for 34 years. And we're still loving it. So it's unusual that we'd be able to keep a camp going this long. Dream of keeping it going this long. We're still going. And that's pretty special. Our goal, you becoming what we believe you can be and us accepting and respecting you as you. Everyone's different in this group. You have to learn to respect what everybody brings to the mix. Everybody brings something different. And you learn to respect the people you work with and play with. One of our goals is also to instill a bold and courageous mindset that hard and smart work is fun. Years ago, training was punishment. Training was suffering. I don't understand why it has to be that way. Everything we do here, we think is hard work. We also think it's fun. And your mind will adjust to that. When you develop the mindset that hard work is fun, life's going to be real easy for you. We have here, you got an older guy like myself, I'm a traditionalist, and you had all the baby boomers, Generation X, and all the millennials. The mistake we make as adults is sometimes we fail to join you. We're always saying you got to be like us. Hey, we had a good life. Here's the things that went right in our generation. You got to copy them. Well, some of the things went right and went good. Yes, you do. But we better join you because you're bigger, you're quicker, you're smarter, faster, and I think you'll test our passion for what we do and the passion we have for your career. That will get tested, and we'll have to earn your respect. By the same token, you walk through this door, come on these grounds, you have to earn our respect. The big thing is there have been a lot of Olympians here, been NHL players here, college, major, junior, every single level that you can imagine. They set a standard here, and you have to live up to this thing. This is a business place. You learn how to be a young business person, because your life is a business. It's different than your classmates, because you'll find that classmates, many times, you go into college and they still haven't grown up. Their life still isn't a business. But for an athlete, I think it changes. It changes fast. It changes the day you do something out of the ordinary. You got the foundation of the person, you got emotional stability, mental toughness, commitment you make, relationships you make with adults, physical fitness, peer group, you got faith, family, and friends, you got an ego, you got interdependency, beliefs, ethics, listening, authenticity, and communication. For me, authenticity is something pure and good, and it's something you gotta reach for. That's a person that has a lot of purpose, reason, substance, but yet they're ordinary and fun. You'll see that around pro athletes, especially hockey players. You know, they're more ordinary and fun than other athletes. I don't know the reason why. One of them probably come from small towns, farming communities, whatever, but they just seem to be more approachable. Alright? They got a passion for life and the game. They're forever looking for something to solve. They're curious people. If you study great athletes, you'll find that they're very curious. They know everything that's going on around them. Their head's on a swivel, and they know everything that's going around them. Whether it's in a room or on the ice sheet, it doesn't make or in training. Alright, so it's very important to be curious. Our question to you is, can you pass the test? That is a tough test. Emotional stability, lots of highs and lows. You need a clear head. You know, something's going wrong for you, your head's not clear. If your head's not clear, your feet and your hands aren't going to work. I've always said, keep your feet moving, keep your hands moving, keep your mind moving, keep your head on the swivel. You need those four things. If someone walks up to you and says, you know, you got to keep your feet moving. Well, there's more to it than that. It's feet, it's hands, it's head on the swivel, and your mind moving. A lot of people think this place is tough, and it is pretty tough. But people laugh their way through this place. And I think that's the right way to be. You see, you're going to burn out if you train too hard. I haven't seen one person burn out training. Here's how you burn out. It's right up there. Scrutiny, humiliation, ridicule, boring practices. That's how you burn out. You get the mental toughness. Some parents think they're sending their kids to a camp like this and they say, oh, I want to send them to camp because it's going to build your character. They're not going to build your character. We're going to expose your character. We're going to expose every single thing about you. It's up to you to build your character. But we'll expose the good, and we'll expose the weaknesses. So keep in mind that we're after exposing both. Alright? You got hump day Wednesday, you got thank God it's Friday, you got 2,000 hours a year that people work. For me, that's all mediocrity. We like hump day for one reason: we like the ad on that television. I mean, that camel ad is unbelievable. And we love it. Like, TGIF, for me, means you come here and you develop some habits. It means thank God it's forever. Not thank God it's Friday. Alright? Get the physical fitness. Your body is your only asset. I could stand up here and talk about booze, bullying, drugs, harassment, tobacco, which equals jail, mental health problems, death. I don't think I need to do that. For me, that's a given. The one thing I like to bring up, because of the high school age kids, kind of forced to join their peer group, one of the best answers I ever heard as a teacher, when one of the players asked one of my players to go out at night and get beer party. He said, no, I can't do that. He said, why? Part of the group. He said, well, I'll tell you what, I love my parents too much. So he's got him off the hook. You can get off the hook and still stay in a good situation for yourself. That's the way to do it. Give it a choice. Without training or direction, your mind will take the easy way out. It's either going to do nothing or one thing at a time. Some good examples are the 5-dot drill there. You can go 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2 right 2, 2 left 2, 2 right 2, turn around in the air, go back. Whatever amount you add to it, you add split-second thinking. You need to be a split-second thinker in this game. You need to have that, all right? If you're going down the ice, you're skating, you see a puck coming, your feet stop, you catch the puck. Why? Your mind likes to do one thing at a time. So now all of a sudden, you get your puck in tandem as a defenseman, you got to keep your feet moving, your hands moving, your mind moving. Now you're doing a bunch of things at a time. In order to catch the puck, you have to keep your top hand tight and your bottom hand loose. So your mind has got to be trained to do that also. Your mind can do anything you want it to do. You have to train it because it'll want to do one thing at a time. Peer group relationships, you're going to get a label in this business. No matter what you do, you're going to get a label. You know what? I've seen people that are really good people get a bad label. I've seen people that are not so good get a good label. I've just seen people mislabeled. Unfortunately, you're going to get a label in this business. You're going to get a nickname. You're going to earn it. You got to earn it. So make sure it's right, okay? If I would want a person to walk up to me as a parent and say one thing, you know what? Your child is a detailed person. They care about others before personal gain. That's why I like your child. All right? Adult relationships, years ago, you were like a suckle or a brown nose and you got along with the coach. You didn't form the relationships that you're able to form now. I want to urge you to form relationships with adults. I don't care if it's your teacher, I don't care if it's a coach, you're a pastor, it could be anybody. You're going to need 3 to 6 people in your life out of your immediate family as you get older. They're the people that can write you a letter of recommendation. They're the people that you can lean on, all right? And when we're dealing with young people, most of the time, they don't realize how good they can be. Every one of you has a unique asset or more. You have to find out what it is, overachieve at it, and be a leader in that category. If everyone does that, excuse me, we all copy from each other. Your mind will copy the good in everybody else. So if you've got a player over here with great hands, your mind will copy that player. You got another player that works hard all the time, back check, forward check, takes pucks off people, you're going to copy that person. So if everybody copies everybody else, and you got 20 people doing what they do great on a hockey team, you're going to have a great team. Because your mind will copy all the good in other people. And you got the rest of them. Communication, I mentioned the 6 manners. You got to have ego. You got to be interdependent. Belief, commitment, faith, and ethics. I believe people are more consistent. I like the 12 by 12 by 12 theory. I learned it years ago. First 12 inches down, first 12 steps, first 12 words out of your mouth. But that's first impression stuff. And it counts. It gets you in the door. Your intangibles will keep you in the door. Your skill set will get you in the door. Your mindset will keep you in the door. There is a difference. Alright? Qualities that make you hard to play against: aggressive, courage, toughness, use the size, win one-on-one battles, win-lose pucks, back check, forward check, takeouts, detailed person, entertainment, face-offs, come to play, net play in front of your net, in front of the other team's net, have a game within your game where you're hard to play against, get behind the puck, have good reach, right line stick, impact strength, and be unselfish, be a selfless player. There's a bunch of things in there. By the way, this talk is over an hour and a half, and I'm going to do it in about a half hour or maybe 25 minutes. So I'm skipping over a lot of things. All right? You get the gist of it, okay? Always play above your size. I don't care if you're 4 feet or 6 feet. It's dishonorable to play below your size in this game. You always have to play above your size, all right? Now, as far as winning loose pucks, step up there, will you? Yeah, Neil. Get up here. You've been around here for enough years, you shouldn't bother you, huh? Turn around, we're going this way. So now her and I are going to play for the loose puck, right? There's a puck right there, you're facing that way. And in order for her to win it, all she has to do is take her left shoulder, put her head on my right shoulder, take my stick to the board, and the puck's hers. It's that simple. So, you sit down. Thank you. And so, one of the reasons I bring that up is because I've been in I don't know how many meetings in the NHL level. They call a guy in, they say, what do you think you got to do to be better? He said, I got to be more physical. That's the answer almost every time. But too often, they don't tell you how to be more physical. I'm trying to show you here a simple way how to be physical. Just gain control of the opponent's body, and you will own the puck. All right? Look at the bottom, control the opponent's body before thinking of the puck, and you will win all confrontations. And you start to play with your mind. You control the opponent's mind, and you're going to win the game. All right? Goaltenders, how many goalies we got in here? Got to have a few, right? Goaltender is probably the most important player on the team. Hopefully the best athlete. Extension of the coach. Simple way to approach it. You make the first save with your mind, smarts. You make the second save with your skills, your athleticism. And we have a handout for goalies. All you have to do is ask for it, and we can get that to you. And the technical aspects of the game, skating, eyes. How many people spend time in their eyes? You know what's going on over here while you're looking straight ahead? Or what's going on down there while you're looking straight ahead? You know what's going on around you? Your shot. It's crazy not to have a good shot. You don't need ice. You can go in and shoot all the pucks you want. You don't have a good shot, did you? You don't need ice to have a good shot. Body language on the ice. You know, what are you doing when someone misses a good pass or something? You give some little smirk, something like that. Not good. Body language is important, all right? It's okay to be greedy when it comes to scoring. The bottom line is, you pass the puck when you should pass, shoot the puck when you should shoot, and you carry it only out of necessity. Such a thing as just getting there as a skater. Some people look good skating, some don't. How about the right grip of the stick? Top end tight, bottom end loose, stick cupped. That's it. Not like this, not like that, not like that. Put on to a game, put on to a pre-game warm-up. You'll see sticks held all different kinds of ways. Quickness, playmaking, passing, speed, agility, balance, you need it all. Alright? One of the reasons in our philosophy here is we believe there's about 4 muscle groups. And those muscle groups have to do with jump, sprint, lift, and speed. They're all a little different range of motion. The fact that we do it all in one day, all those muscle groups, they're next to each other, and they will grow together. Most power skating exercises, once you learn them, you can do them in the warm-up or before the coach even gets on the ice. Tactical aspects, you've got hockey sense, critical moments, innovation, the rink width, you've got to use the whole rink, gray areas, defensive plays, special teams, creativity, spatial relationships and spots and dots, you got to know all that. Rules of thumb, Rules of thumb are where the coach says, you know, I don't want you handling pucks in the gray area. I want you to be careful. That's the top of the circle up outside the blue line. That's on both sides of both ends of the rink. Bottom line is, every game has a certain number of critical moments. You get involved in those critical moments. It happen for you about 5-6 times a game. That's it. And that moment will define you, or you will define the moment. And the reason we asked you to come up here and dance is we wanted to check your inhibition level. You have to get rid of your inhibitions. You have to be able to shake in front of everybody. You got to be able to sing, do whatever, karaoke, I don't care what it is. You can't do that, you're probably going to choke up on a breakaway in front of 18,000 people. Think about it. You can't have any inhibitions. You got to be able to let yourself go. And that's how simple it is. I think it's crazy you didn't want to win a nice autograph piece of clothing. There's 3 games in 1. There's a backup game, there's an offensive game, and there's a defensive game. Now, just to simplify hockey that seems to be so complicated, offensive game, split second after your team has a puck, or you, tape on your stick should be open to the puck. If it isn't, you're not a good player. Within a split second. Person carrying it, am I going to give it to? If you're about to catch a puck, first thing that should enter your mind before it hits your stick, who am I going to give it to? Catching it's a given, all right? And the defensive part of the game, split second after your team loses a puck, pick up your check. It's that simple. I don't know if it gets any simpler. You have a responsibility. So that's the second game. The third game is going to be hard to play against, right? I think skating and energy, I think it gets you in the door. And then you might get a chance to show your hockey sense and your intangibles. Believe me, if you've got inhibitions and you don't know how to express yourself, you're going to struggle. I don't care how much skill you have. Every level has a skill set threshold. So every single level has it. The NHL and no. You have to have a certain level. Play. But the skill set doesn't allow you to stay. The mindset allows you to stay. And that's the reason why a lot of people don't make it that are very skilled players. This will all get exposed here. You got to have a focus. Measure your skills. Be curious. Don't let people box you in. Get rid of your blind spots. We'll cover later. Be a good listener. Critique yourself. Be on a mission. Have a mindset. Dare to dream. There's a thing called the Johari window. There are things you know about yourself other people know. You're just lying. Your mind is clear. There are things you know about yourself no one else knows, you're never going to know. Everything's fine. Mind is clear. There's your subconscious mind that gets affected by blind spots. Blind spots, to keep it simple, nothing more than if 12 people are watching you, I don't care what the number is, let's say it's 12. And they all look at your game and they say, here's their strengths, here's their weaknesses. If you don't see what they see, you have blind spots. If someone walks up to you and says, you need to be able to be better at this, as soon as you go on a defensive, you just kill a learning situation. You just destroy it. Accept criticism, as long as it's constructive, and any smart coach, they'll know, right, whether it's constructive or not. No matter what people think, we're put on this earth to validate and anoint ourselves. Beyond anything others believe. Pay us, report, say, right thing, decide important. We're put on this earth to validate and anoint ourselves. And I know people in the room right now. I know some that are older, some just coming through young. You've been slotted, you were slotted in your career, you blew it away. They didn't care what other people said. They were on a mission. Be what you can be. That means you allow people to change the pecking order. You go to watch a good team sometimes and see the best the pecking order. Right? You have to be willing to change that pecking order. Good example for me was the year we won the Stanley Cup. Max Talbot decided to score 2 goals in the final game. Well, he changed the pecking order one game. He was not the best player on the team. He was that night, and that's what I'm talking about. All right? Do this, become a complete player, complete person, complete practices, complete performance. Keep the rink big, think big, believe big. Big things are going to happen. All right? Then you overachieve at all yours. Everything you do well, you overachieve at it. You have a little charisma, which you didn't dance, no charisma, right? You got your assets, you got the threshold. Now you got all this skill. You have the skill to express your skill. Think about it. Skill to express your skill. You have that. You have the skill to figure something out when things aren't going right and it's not the coach's man. You have that skill. You got to figure it out on your own. Not an easy thing to do, but you need to have it. Get that, you got a little swagger, good inhibitions, get boldness, get an attitude, you get gregarious. Right? Then you got peace of mind. Okay? Went through all of them. Now we get to this level where this is a brand. See this little guy here? It's a brand. There's something that tells you something about this little guy. He stands for something. She stands. This player stands for something. Right? No different than the Nike swoosh shoe. One thing we're paying doesn't make a difference what it is. Right? But your life is a brand. Each one of you have a life that is a brand. The second you do something out of the ordinary, you have to do it again and again and again. Once you do something out of the ordinary, someone's going to skate up to you and you're going to go, oh, you made a mistake. You're going to have to do that again. You're going to do it again, again, and again. That's how sports work. That's how life works, right? We have our own player profile that we put on the internet. You look it up. Everything like this gets exposed every day. I'm going to check out to see if you were listening. This is going to be a little quiz. For some reason, if you give a kid a quiz, they get a higher score than you say you're going to give them a test. Does that make sense? You tell a kid to go, you go pretty good. You tell them quick, you go quicker. I don't understand why. It's just the way we use the language. Now, if we took the foundation of the person, what are they, real quick?
Mental toughness.
I can't hear you. Huh? How about skills that make you hard to play against?
It's one-on-one, action, everything at the front. Unselfish.
There you go. Huh? How about a technical level?
Balance. Passing.
Yell it out, yell it out. Yeah. All right. How about the tactical level? All right, all this gets exposed, all right? Then you focus in.
Mindset.
Yeah. Then you become a complete player, complete person, overachieve your assets. You might win a cup, all right? That's simple. Well, the young people that are here, or anybody for that matter, brought the Stanley Cup ring with me, and you want to put it on, take a picture with it, or do whatever you want. It has some kind of value for that, all right? There they are, skill to fit in, skill to express your skill to figure it out, high energy, but efficient and effective, do everything you do hard and smart, do it intensely, and be fast and towards the deal. Right?
Gringo, one of the owners of the camp, is one of his son's kids. My brother Robbie's here as well, somewhere running around. Sister Rachel was here last week, so it's fun to get our family back. This is our kind of our family reunion holidays. My wife always says, I can't believe that you guys don't have Christmas together or whatever it is. I can't remember the last time we had one ever. So Chaz is here as well. Hey, listen, that's the first time I've seen you here. Another brother, Chaz, here. He's around the grounds. Real quick, just going to go over some rules, regs for everybody that's new. Most of you, some of you have been here, some of you haven't. All right, we'll run through them real quick. So if anyone has questions after, you can find myself. Lloyd's always in the middle office. My mom's around every day. Carrie's up here every day. Okay, we'll make sure we try to help you out the best we can. All right, we'll start off with for the food that on two sides. One, there's 3 meals a day, right? The big white building right behind us. Okay, this isn't everybody in camp. There's other people that have been here for other weeks, so obviously there's a lot of kids. All right, just follow that schedule you guys all got. It says noon, make it noon. And what happens is vans come back 10 minutes early. You jump out of the vans, you run and go eat. Well, now you're screwing up someone else's food line. All right, so just make sure you follow it. Whatever time your meals come in, all right? As far as the parents that the parents aren't here, please don't send packages from home, all right? There's today's world, obviously, and peanuts are a big one in a lot of the stuff. I'm just going to tell you right now that if a package comes, my wife and the trainers and everyone sort through it first, and 90% of it doesn't get to your kid anyways. So you can probably better off just leaving it at home. All right? So you can, the kids that don't have parents here, you can relay that to them. All right? Tonight, you go down to the rink. Right? You all got this little schedule. All right? That's just today. Most of you probably were told that. You'll get the vans right out here, right out in front of the big building. They'll pull one up with a trailer. You're going to load your stuff. Counselors will know what locker room to take you to. Get in your locker room for the week. It's your locker room, stay in your locker room, keep it clean. All right, no different than the winter time. Take garbage cans, try to keep it as neat as possible. All right, use what's yours, not in the bag next to you, in another locker room, whatever the case may be. All right, housing. Right, everyone's got a little bit of different housing. You got dorms with keys, some are open A-frames, all right? You're allowed in your housing only, all right? I highly recommend if you have money, get it to Carrie or Kira, get it in the bank, and pull it out when you need it. It's hard for us to find or replace a $5 bill. You hope everyone here is honest enough, but more than likely, if you leave a $5 bill, someone's probably going to snake it. Just fact of life, it's too bad. But anytime there's open housing, leave your money in the bank until you need it. Can't stress it enough. All right? Curfew, dorm meeting again tonight, 9 o'clock-ish. All right, anyone that's in the dorms? All right? There's some older guys over there a little bit, probably different for you. Some of the younger guys that are in there, right? You guys will have a meeting so you know all the rules. Getting over there, where to go, when you can be back. Right, guys, some guys go rollerblading into town. It's been happening for 100 years here. Just make sure you respect the town. I promise you, it happens 10 times a summer. You guys got on a hockey shirt with rollerblades. You're going to mess around in town, they're probably going to call. They're going to call right away. Guys, we have no problem. You check out, you know where you are, go to Dairy Queen or A&W, whatever it is, but make sure you check out, let people know you're going, and respect them, because they're going to call us if you're horsing around. All right? Trainers, most people know now, training room's right here. Right? There's one at the rink when you're there, and there's this room right here. If something happens, see one of them first. Don't just assume you can't go skip. My back is sore. Can't go skip. Let them decide. They'll tell the coaches, they'll tell the counselors, so everybody knows what's going on. All right? There's someone around all the time. So make sure you use them if you need them. All right? Social media, obviously, for parents that are here, I think this one's going live already. So we have a live YouTube page. So you can watch different events going out through the day on YouTube. You can watch mostly dry land stuff in here that shoot from up top. You can, sometimes hard to see your kid, but they announce what group it is, and then the interns, can't stress how great they've been over the last 2-3 years. This group's no different. They take hundreds and hundreds of photos every day of all the groups, and you can about watch your kid go through the whole day on Facebook or Twitter and see what's going on here. It's a pretty cool thing. So, let's see here. Pro-Am camp, just for those guys, obviously something a little bit new this year. Make sure you guys keep your shake bottles, all right? You can go over to this pro shop here, bring it in there, and Kira and the workers know what's going on, right? They'll check your name off for those guys that are older, bring a bottle in, then they'll do their shakes and drink the pink stuff, hydrate and drink, and make sure you keep that bottle, clean it out. You're not at home, your parents are going to clean it for you, so you got to rinse it out, all right? Kevin's going to take over real quick on the weight room for maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and then you guys are, Group A's got to run at 3:30 for the ring. So let's have a good week. Looks like we got a lot of good kids in here just from meeting a few of them. Have some fun. Feel free to ask me questions about anything you want hockey-wise.
How's it going, everybody? Good. You guys sound like you're just waking up on a Monday. How's everybody feeling? Not great? Alright. It's going to be a great week. Okay, my name's Kevin. I'm your head strength and conditioning coach here at Minnesota Hockey Camps. Okay, I have 2 other strength coaches with me. You're back here. Matt, raise your hand, and Jolene. She's got bigger arms than me, so you better watch out. If you're out of line, especially you little guys, she'll get you. Alright. So, you will be in this weight room 2 times a day. Okay, during your dry land time and your weight room time. Okay, dry land time, we split our weight room down in half. The green side and over is our dry land time. Black side and back here is our weight room time. Okay, so you're going to see me, and Matt, and Jolene a lot. Okay, we'll get to know you as well. Okay, one thing I ask is be on time. Okay, because if you start stretching, sometimes 5 minutes early. That way we're rocking and rolling right on time. Okay, make sure that you're here on time. Okay. Next thing we talk about, in our big garage here on the bottom on the floor, there's a big blue line, just like you see in the rinks, off sides. Okay. What this means, once you cross that blue line, it's time to go to work. Okay, just like offensive or defensive zone, you have to get the puck out, you have to work to get the puck out in the defensive zone, or kill a penalty. Next one in the offensive zone, you got to work to get a goal. Same thing applies in here. Okay, you guys want to be better hockey players, that's why you guys came here, right? Right? Yeah, you got to work to do that. Okay? Now, our next one, our board in the back. Right behind this big red box, okay, you'll see 2 sides. One says 100 daily shots. Okay, this is completely optional. Okay, if you shoot 100 pucks every day for 5 days straight, how many pucks? 500. That's the first test. Like your style. Okay, 500 shots throughout the week. You come tell me, tell your counselor, tell your coach. We'll get your name up there and where you're from. Okay, we have kids from all over the world that come up to this camp. In parentheses, you'll see different countries up there. Okay, why do we do this, Ronti? Bragging rights. Bragging rights. There it is. Thank you, Gringo. Okay, Okay, we do this for bragging rights and to get better. I'm better than you because I shot 500 pucks more than you. Yeah, I'm better than you as well, because I did extra than what I was asked. That's why we do this. Okay, on the other side, on the right side, you see SNS Weekly Champ. What that is, Shooting and Stick Handling Weekly Champ. Okay, on Friday, during your shooting and stick handling time, we have a competition with your group. Okay, one person from each group will win that. Alright? It's kind of tricky, I've done it myself. Okay? Why do we do this? Bragging rights, exactly. I'm better than you and I know it because why? My name's up on that board and yours isn't. Okay? Our next board, the whiteboard that is completely blank. Okay? That is for the weight room. Every time you walk in to your weight session, whatever we're doing that day will be written up on that board. Whether that's a lift, whether that's a plate workout, medicine ball workout, beach circuit, whatever it is we're doing that day, will be up on there. Alright? The next one with all the little squares on it is our Camp Best board. We'll be doing testing today. We already did grip during registration. Whatever we test in here simulates everything that they do at the NHL Combine. Okay? Now we do that with you guys. We want to see how you guys stack up against your peers, the rest of the world. Why do we do this? Recce, why do we do this? Why do we do testing? See how much you improve? That's a good one. Why else? That's what you're here to say? Bragging rights, that's what I'm looking for. Absolutely. I'm better than you because I got a better score. Like we talked about before, coming to work, you got to work to get better. You got to work to improve your score. That's why we do that. Okay? Also, we need to keep our weight room very, very clean. Me and Matt spend hours and hours and hours trying to clean up this weight room. It is a big area. Vacuuming takes a long time. Okay? Lots of keys, lots of cell phones, money, backpacks, water bottles, whatever it is, gets left over here. Alright? Make sure you don't leave your stuff, because then you're going to come ask me, hey, what happened to my wallet? I don't know what happened to my wallet. You guys got to take responsibility for your stuff, right? Alright, let's try to make this a great week. Remember, be on time and come ready to work. Alright? Testing on your little sheet. Make sure you're wearing athletic shorts, gym shoes, ready to go. Okay? Let's have a great week. For anybody that wants to take a picture with Gringo and his ring, you're right up here.
Okay, got about 15 minutes. Come on.